Opera is not a dusty museum case, but something that everybody can relate to. One side is giving singers a chance to perform, the other one is to bring opera to communities which were never maybe in contact with opera.
This is a community that responds amazingly to singing and to music, and this is a story that works so well today.
It's Monday afternoon and a group of music students are in final rehearsals. The next evening, they will be performing the opera The Marriage of Figaro in front of an audience. However, the concert venue will not be a lavish opera house, but a simple community hall in Ikageng Township.
So be precise, it's all about preciseness.
Renowned German stage director Robert Lehmeier is at the helm of this unique production.
I am part of the team of Umculo, and Umculo is an organization that was founded in 2010 just to give more performance opportunities to South African singers.
The project is in collaboration between the vocal department of the Northwest University's School of Music and Umculo's Opera Incubator.
It is extremely important for students to get as many performing opportunities as possible. This way, they learn what it is like to be in the industry, to be a singer, to see what it is like on stage. Lots of things go wrong and they need to learn how to cope with those things and learn those theatre skills.
What we are doing here, of course, is very pure in a sense. We don't have really sets, we don't have really lavish costumes, but also, of course, that's the challenge for me as a director. Just let's see what happens if you show an audience a show where you can't hide behind anything.
In an opera house, you can go behind the stage. There's backstage where you can relax and get your senses and gather yourself and, get out of character. Think about what you're going to do, think about what's next and stuff like that.
Monday's rehearsal was something that we did not expect, because we were seeing the venue for the first time and we were very shocked and surprised by how minimal props we had on stage, and the setting was very poor as well.
And we were like, okay, fine. Because maybe we thought there's a big stage or something. But then when we got there, it was just like one plain stage, and then we had to sit in the audience. We were like,
how do we work around this? But somehow we are able to, We learn to adapt.
With the stage that we had and the atmosphere there, it was very naked. We were supposed to be in character, learn, watch, pay attention to a lot of things.
The technical setup is very basic. We have 2 stands with lights from the sides, and we have a beamer for the third titles, which also gives light for the faces for the stage. That's it merely. We have 2 door frames, we have 2 tables, we have a fridge, which is a very special thing. So Carabiner normally hides under the table, under a cloth on a chair, and our production he's hiding in a fridge, but that's it.
But in addition to challenging the student cast, the production also has another aim: to bring an opera written 200 years ago to a modern-day township community that has never had exposure to this type of music.
We came here because the students are amazingly talented, and the community around the university is really dynamic. And we thought, what would happen if we put these talented students together with the community?
It has always been the aim of the singing department at the School of Music to do much more outreach than what we have done in the past.
Bringing Figaro here in Ikageng for the first time, I think it's going to be great, and hopefully will inspire more young, talented singers who really want to do this.
know, Mozart wrote this opera more than 200 years ago. He could have written it yesterday for this community. It's a story from now, and the more we worked on it, the more we found, this is the piece and the story for here and now.
And to bring that story into the modern township context, the cast had to get creative.
Of course, the Marriage of Figaro is written in Italian, so we thought a bit about how will we do that. One of the things we've done is we cut all of the recitatives, and instead we have the cast speaking a kind of summarized version of the opera. And we started working with them saying, well, how would you say it in your language? And that has actually ended up in our production because our cast members come from different language groups. We have Tswana speakers, we have Zulu speakers, we have Xhosa speakers. We let them use their own languages to say some of the things that they're saying.
You know, we women one day, we need to decide on everything. I can feel it.
We also are using projected titles in English and in Tswana so that our audience will really be able to follow the action in their home languages.
It's all township, it's all South African, like the housekeeper's uniform I'm wearing, it's typical South African housekeeper's uniform.
With the opera being set in a township setting, I think the students could relate to the characters a little bit more. Usually they know what the English means, but to see it in Tswana, you saw several light bulb moments with these students.
I mean, you're always nervous as a director, just an hour before the show starts. It is now the result of 5 weeks of rehearsing, and I'm quite confident the singers will make a great show. But of course, I'm very curious about the audience and how they react on the very first Marriage of Figaro with Tswana subtitles.
Among the audience are a large group of members from the Ikageng police force.
You are all welcome, thank you very much, and please enjoy the show.
Here there's no curtain to raise. When the house lights are dimmed, the show starts.
The challenges are, you might find that sometimes you have to run on stage and then immediately afterwards you sing.
Woman, what the hell? Woman, just stop it. Can you please continue, pianist? I just needed to say that.
So the breathing obviously becomes a problem, and also the adrenaline. You sometimes need to just calm down, but then it becomes difficult.
All fears are banished after the first reaction from the audience. It's clear, the newly initiated opera audience is enjoying the performance.
The moment they started laughing, that's when we knew that, we are doing it. They are enjoying it. We are connecting, we are sending out a message, and they are loving it.
end of the 2-hour performance, the cast receives a standing ovation from the audience. It's now clear, Ikageng loves opera.
One of my favorite moments of the performance last night was seeing the audience react to not only the incredible acting, but also the wonderful music making.
I don't know, I just had mixed emotions because I felt like crying, laughing, smiling and all that, but it was an amazing feeling at the same time because I've had a lot of difficulty singing the aria on its own, so I was just crossing fingers. So when I heard the audience applaud like that, I was like, thank you, God.
Seeing how appreciative they were and responding to the different voices and just seeing what an effect music has on a community, especially music that they might not have heard before.
I've been in the business now for 25 years. I've done more than 100 shows, but I never experienced in Europe, of course, something virgin as yesterday.
In Township mostly, they don't have a clue what is opera, and doing something like this in each and every township, or maybe close township nearby the town, it is going to be a great thing for them.
What did you like best about it?
I like the sopranos and the tall man too.
Would you attend something like this again if it came to Ikageng?
Yeah, we like it very much so.
People want opera here. They need opera, actually. It's not a luxury. It's really in a community where everyone sings, and everyone sings the music of opera. People deserve to have the real thing in their own communities. Most of these people will never be able to get on a plane and go to La Scala or go to the Metropolitan Opera or go to Covent Garden. That should not mean that they don't get opera. They sing this opera better than many, many, many people in Europe, and they deserve to have it in their own communities, and we can do that.